Welcome back once again to another episode of EMF and PMF frequencies. I hope if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, if you watch this on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're on IG, go ahead and follow me. Need your support. Also take and share if I can continue bringing you some information on the human health, as well as historical information and other things as time move on. Today, we're definitely talking about EMF and PMF frequencies. Before I even get started, I always got to give my medical disclaimers. Anything I share with y'all today is not here to treat, diagnose, any type of symptoms that you, or cure any type of symptoms or things or elements you may be having. Please consult your medical provider or specialist for them type of sicknesses, okay? So, say that, let's just move forward. Today we're going to talk about, well, let's brief over in the last episodes. You know, we talked about electrical field, electricity, and then you got the word magnetic, things being magneted towards our ancestors is known to find the discovery of about magnets. Take the magnetic force, things of opposites attracting, okay? Versus things of the same kind of not like coming together, so to speak. So with that, you know, electrons, protons, neutrons, things of that nature, we're dealing with electrical in the magnetic fields, okay? Then we had the word frequencies that we talked about, and you know, dealing with that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like we were saying with music, and when it's that you feel that certain frequencies make you vibe, so we might call it that as well. As well as we went into pulse electrical magnetic frequencies. We're dealing with that pulse, that like your heartbeat, the drum beat. Depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all my information and try to break it down, like I said in the previous video, in the most simplest forms that I can share with our peoples out here today. That maybe we only understand before I start going into more of more of the foods and different other things that may be affecting us, and what to do and how to do it and so forth. The best way to do that for real is do a consultation with me. Please call me up. Your support is definitely appreciated. If you have more questions and stuff of that nature, we'll talk about that later. But what today we're going to talk about, also we talked about previously, we talked about the 4 brain waves, dealing with that, what was the delta, the theta, the alpha, and the beta waves, dealing with that, and how mind, which is dealing with our central nervous system, and all them things affect us. Okay. Then we went into colors. We talked about that, the different frequencies of colors, which dealing with also give us what we call light. What we see in front of us now, everything is objects. We got shapes, you know what I mean? So everything is mathematical, okay, which is 0 through 9. If anybody know anything about it, we'll talk about that in a later discussion, okay? But right now, today though, coming from the light spectrum that we had talked about, the different frequencies that we said about, like for blue, 250 to 275, or the green, we was talking about being from 250 to 475, and when we talked about the hertz, 475, that's how many spins or cycles per second, okay? But now we're going to get into electrical magnetic spectrum, and which dealing also in a sense with wave cycles, but they saying it's in a wave form, you know, that. So I look at it for my, you know, stuff like if you've been to the beach, you know what I mean, and really watch the waves of the water, you know what I'm saying, before it hits the shores, you know, as it comes towards you. So we're dealing with the waves, the frequencies, the movement, okay, or emotion of that situation, okay, that we talking about, the magnet you to it, make you feel certain electrical feeling, either up or sometimes down, you know what I mean? You don't even have no energy at all, you know what I mean? So this is same under the same definitions. So with that said, you're looking at. Oh, I also mentioned about lights, about us being what is the tempo, the nidra or something like that. I can't remember. We go back to last episode that I talked about that. Then you would see where I was talking about. We was the first people of light, being from Kemet, okay, Nubia, okay. Also, we talked about melanin, which is is very important. Sensitive to lights. We're a little bit more sensitive, maybe to others, when it comes to certain frequencies, rhythms, or even electrical things. Because or ultra, we'll call rays, ultraviolet rays. Things that we can absorb into our skin, which are like conductors and other things. Okay, and we, notice we get maybe darker. We'll talk about that in a minute. We look at that. You got to look at what. Now we're gonna look at, like I said, the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, what is I'm basically talking about here today, family? Let me see. Had a few notes, so I want to kind of look over them, so we can keep up here. So. Remember I was talking about colors have different frequencies or hertz. You know what I mean? We talked about them. And we got the radio waves. We got radio waves. We got microwaves, infrared rays, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays. Okay, let's start with, I'm just going over some brief notes and stuff of that nature today. And we're talking about the, pretty much the electromagnetic spectrum, or what they call the spectrum of light, what gives you the ability right now to even see me talking right now, okay, or giving you this imagery, or this frequency of saying, hey, he's look like a human being with a head on his head, the mustache, whatever, with different color shirt on, and so forth and so on. Okay, things that's giving you a sense of that light. First of all, they saying. We will talk about in a second. We got radio waves, which we dealing with real radio waves. That's what we was talking about in the previous videos, about the signals coming from everybody wants to be smart, from your smart TV, smartphones, these smart devices and Wi-Fi's and stuff. They send off signals, okay? But the radio waves, they saying are what's called a longer wave, or versus, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's supposed to be, I guess, a longer wave going on, okay? And they saying that the current can also flow through our body, or through our skin, which I will be giving a demonstration of that, hopefully within the days or weeks and the months to come. If you call me in for do a lecture or something like that about this, then I would definitely show it at that time, okay? But right now, as far as some social media and stuff, not right now, you know what I mean? But we were talking about like your TVs. Now let's talk about TVs for a second. Now we got this new 4 HD, they call it high definition, high define, depends on how you look at it. You also got, it's called a plasma TV, correct? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Now, with that said, what's inside of our veins? This question, okay? Plasma, son. What comes off the sun? What shoots off the sun as a flare? Plasma, family. Okay. So with that said, remember, I want you to keep that in mind. Plasma shoots from the sun. Okay. We got plasma that's in our what they call bloodstream, right? So with that said, these things can affect us. You know what I mean? Affect our hormones, can affect our what's called enzymes, processes, electrolytes. Look at that word. We got that word electrical in there, electrolytes. Okay. We got metabolism, breaking stuff down, cause effect on our endocrine system, which, process dealing with hormones, regulations, and telling signals of like for a man for this getting erection or a woman getting wet, or period, or uh, breaking down calcium deposits, breaking down heavy proteins from eating a lot of meats and processed foods. It's coming from the middle aisle, okay? We're in the grocery store, and stuff of that nature, okay? Like I said, also looking at artificial lights, dealing with the not the true sunlight that we can get. Like right now, this is all natural sunlight, okay? And then I was telling you, some people, I knew somebody that had aluminum foil over their windows to take and block the sun from coming into their room, you know what I mean, the bedroom that was, and I was like, whoa, that's very serious. So we need light or sunlight because it's part of a nutrient, okay? But we deal with a lot of it messes with our circadian clock, because our body has a wake up time and it has a go to sleep time. So it has an acid time, it has an alkalinity time. Okay, when you want to eat more acid foods, so you have more acids in your body, because it can break these things down, versus your body being more alkaline and not able to break down the more acid heavy stuff that needs to be broken down, because you're eating this stuff at a later time, because your body is being tricked due to the different lights, versus you living in the country versus you living in the city. Okay, I had the blessings. If you watch it, video team, I had being able to live out there in the country during the summers. Oh, actually for a couple of years when I was younger. But understanding the luminance and the difference of our stuff being blocked by the radiance or radiation, okay, of the lights of street lights, okay, or buildings and stuff of that nature, is giving off these lights in different frequencies, because everything is energy. Remember, we are a bubble, okay? The inside depends on what we let inside our bubble, okay? How we detect, or how in tune we are with our bubble. Then that's going into what they also call the aura, okay, or energy fields. We'll get into that at another time, or chakras, okay? They saying it can go up to 12 feet, depends on how sensitive you is. It can go up for miles, okay? It just depends on your attunement of self and attunement of things around you, of taking what's called taking notice, or paying attention is another word too, okay? Yeah, is it worth being electrical magnetic to it, and what type of frequency is it affecting you yourself, okay? This is the way I just put it, okay? So then we got radio waves, like I was saying, which also is ran in what's called the red spectrum, okay? And we talking about colors, okay? You got the primary colors, in which you can take the primary colors and mix them together, and they can turn to like purples and light green or indigos, and all these different shades of the 5 primary colors, actually, or the 4. Okay, I think it's 4 or 5. Okay, anyway, we got a microwave. 3 primary colors. I'm tripping. Is it red? Blue, yellow. Blue. Is it blue, yellow, and red? Whatever. That's just something like that. But I think it's 3 primary colors. My bad. But either way, you can take your colors and mix them together. Is what I'm saying. Okay, and you can take them 3 them primary colors and turn them into other colors, okay? There we see. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, we got the microwave. Okay, now the microwave is also like we dealing with skin. Then we talking about things that can also give off gigahertz. Gigahertz is like I think it's like a billion of a spin of a second. Okay, a gigahertz, and then you got terahertz, and then you got hertz, and then you got millihertz, stuff of that nature. But that's how many spins or cycles per second that is coming at you, fam. That you can't really see with your eyeball. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, some of these frequencies like here was called more thermal though, because remember it's sound that's heating up your food, fam. Matter of fact, I was telling y'all in another video, if you have a microwave, you won't throw it away. Because as soon as you put your food in there, it's killing all nutrients. Don't think you're eating good or eating healthy moment after you don't took your vegetables or something like that and warmed it up in the microwave, for even 30 seconds. Because you don't killed everything in. It ain't no nutrients there. You just eating pretty much cardboard and dirt, you know what I mean? Because it's going to turn into ash, you know. So what I'm saying is we're malnourished at the end of the day. Malabsorption. You can't absorb that mess in your body. Okay, the body can't deal with that. It's junk. It's garbage. You know, we call it nuking your food. Okay, putting that radiation, which is actually a sound frequency. We're dealing with that spins per second that we're talking about right now with the microwave frequency, which also when it gives you a thermal effect on our body tissues or our cells. Remember, we're talking about electrolytes of things communicating, metabolism. It's too busy. Like, what is this? It's like somebody at work, okay, and you concentrating on your job. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your macrophages, what's your white blood cells or your NK cells, or they got jobs to do. They running around, you know, checking the body out, seeing what needs their services to come and attack things, right? And you focus, right? And you ever had like somebody in your cubicle or your office, somebody knock on your door or come and disturb you? You know what I mean? Like, yo, you kind of like break that train of thought, right? Okay, so look at it similar like that when these frequencies or these signals are hitting your body. Okay, that's what's happening inside your body with your cells. That's why we're saying, okay, slow down. You know, TVs in your rooms at night, don't have them in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't even have a TV in your room. Okay, period, that you sleep in. The alarm clocks, these new alarm clocks with the digital ones, definitely. Everybody got, what's that, Alexa and talking to some type of machine and carrying on, and robots and carrying on, giving off these signals, okay? And that affects our cells at the end. And as our cells, remember, we are cells, tissues, and organs, okay? It goes down to, you know, they say for us, maybe over 150 trillion. So maybe say 100 trillion. People got different things. I don't know who really sat down and really counted every cell in the body, but okay. Whatever it is, we say trillions of cells, okay, family, at the end of the day. Okay, but we got radio waves. Let's get back into this. Microwaves, and we got infrared rays. Then what they saying within this spectrum here between that and visible light, they saying now here comes the human giving us. So you're looking at an infrared image right now in a sense, okay, within the visible light of the human, or which is 12 microns. Okay, which is they saying that our light is between 9 and 16 hertz on the electromagnetic spectrum. If I'm not mistaken, y'all can go check that out. In the last video, I was saying something about Schum frequency, SCHUMANN. I was saying that 7.4 is actually 7.83. That's the Earth frequencies that vibrates on it. So I thought I'd throw that in right quick because I gave y'all some other information last time. Visible light, okay. Then we got ultraviolet rays, okay. And then that's also the sunlight that we talked about earlier. Not everybody can handle the sunlight, family. Some people burn. Some people catch cancer, okay. Some people get real dry skin, okay. A lot of people cannot handle the sunlight because of its nutritional factors, okay. Not only that, you don't have some of the proper nutrients or what's called melanin to help, I guess you can say, combat that situation. I got the nucleus died somewhere. Anyway, in that book, Arnold Earhart, if anybody know anything about that book, The Nucleus Diet, I got it like 20 some years ago, so it's in the pile somewhere. But anyway, I remember him saying in his book when I was reading it years ago that he was saying that he noticed that he was starting to, getting a little tan once he started cleansing out a lot of toxins out of his Asian skin. When we talk about Caucasian skin, and he started looking more like somebody that's of the Maluto family. Okay, so They saying that they full of toxins. So with all their toxins, they can't even handle really the ultraviolet rays or the sunlight. Okay, these things, but us, we can take and absorb it, utilize it within our body. It's good for our body. So these are very important things to share with you here today if you do not know. Then we got X-rays. Now, when they put the X-rays, family, examine your body parts. You want to see your baby before it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Throwing all that radiation into your little unborn baby, I want to see the sonogram, taking the pictures of the baby before it even come out. We went old school days, you know what I'm saying? Learning from the elders, you know what I mean? We went back how big that stomach was. Did it drop? Is it poked out a certain way? That determined, was it a girl or was it a boy? Okay, but you had to wait for that. You know what I mean? But they want to, go get it checked on a regular. Not understanding that to do that type of procedure, that they're throwing radiation inside the unborn baby, family, giving it a certain X-ray. Okay, which is a faster wave now. Now, remember I said we had a longer wave. Now it's more radical. It's more, coming at it. You feel me, so to speak. We got the gamma rays. The gamma rays is one of the higher frequencies. You got the cosmic rays. It penetrates the body and ionization. We want to, put oxygen in not oxidating it neither, but it ionizes our body as well. Okay, so the gamma rays, like in the X-rays and stuff of that nature, you got that thing in the middle. You know what I mean? Them colors in the middle as well. You look at the chart of the electromagnetic spectrum, where these things lay at, like the radio waves, like I said, is in the red spectrum. The gamma rays was the highest, is more like in the purple. Okay, and I think the X-rays more like in a bluish. Then we start getting the ultraviolet, it's in the visible light, in the infrared, of course the red, and then we start getting into like the oranges and yellows and greens and stuff of that nature. That these rays, like I said, electromagnetic spectrum of lights takes and do that thing on. And the fact that also we learn these things, I'm showing you these things right now. If y'all following me or sharing the information, you got to go back to the other episodes, kind of catch up to what's going on now, because when we start moving forward, and I hope we are able to move forward by only your support, you know what I mean, and sharing my videos and letting people know, call me up for consultations and stuff like that to get this thing going, that I can continue these studies and share with y'all, hopefully in a different way than most, about EMF and PMF, or being an energy medicine practitioner. What does that really mean? Okay, and also dealing with what is actually a naturopathic consultant, health consultant. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't know what a naturopathic is or a holistic person is. Okay, they're like, what's that? So you got to explain these things before you can even try to even help them. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Because pretty soon we got to ask this question. A lot of things we're getting are free, right? So we have to understand that eventually a lot of things going to be available for free. So what are we going to do as a peoples, as a culture, to really survive during these times when them things are not free? I'm talking about like your medications, even your food right now. Okay, a lot of them things get very scary, and it's already getting scary. It's scary if you're looking around. Be paying attention. Remember, like I said, we got so many signals hitting us right now. We got so many distractions that we're not even really paying attention, sitting still and being as one with the nature, okay, to understand what is really happening. How do we really move in these situations? What do? We go by the calling. What is your true calling? You know what I mean? And so you have to, when the times come, you'll know really, that's when it's going to really kick in. The times are happening, So, like I said, a lot of us is going through it right now. But at the same time, what do we do? How do we do it? How do we get out of these feelings? How do we, so many, like I said a minute ago, signals or frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies, or even, like I said, the spectrums of the radio waves and the microwaves and different things, that the X-rays, the gamma rays, they got all these different rays hitting us, fam. Okay, and we're not in tune with the natural rays. Like I say, we living in the city versus the country. At night, you can see the full stars. You can see the full illuminate. Okay, yeah, follow. And then you then of course in the daytime it's different because you don't have all them buildings and concrete to look at. You actually can see bugs and different butterflies and so forth, depending on what time of the year it is, where you live at. You see things of nature, natural, how they really live. You sit back and watch them, see what type of things they do, what they're eating, stuff of that nature. Okay, and that's how once we come as one with that, we'll understand, because even though we deal with time, there really is no time. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at the clock all the time and so forth like that, but really is no time. It is only evolution. We're only constantly evolving. Remember them cycles. Remember the spirals we was talking about in our previous videos. Okay, I don't want to hold y'all ears up too long because I don't want it really over the time. I'd probably make a part 1, part 2, especially if you're on IG, because they only give me like 15 minutes, I think, to do my thing, which is cool. If you're watching this already on YouTube, appreciate you taking like, subscribe, your comments, call me in, like I said, to do presentations, seminars, events, small, big groups. It doesn't really matter. Just get me into your town. I also got my passport so I can travel out of town too. You feel me? So I'm willing to travel all around the world. Just let me know. But that's going to do our segment for today, which basically we was dealing with the electromagnetic spectrum, dealing with the radio waves, the microwaves, the infrared rays, dealing with the visible light rays, dealing with ultraviolet rays and the X-rays and the gamma rays and the waves like that. And the fact, when we get up to gamma, it's a real, kind of quick type of signal, you know what I'm saying? And that's also coming from like different towers and stuff like that. Especially we walk between them energy fields when they sending these signals, even from space and all that, they blocking our true magnetic connection with what's called the universe, fam. And so I'm out. One love. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? And remember, go smash and subscribe. Follow me on IG at DoctahCopeland. And I appreciate everyone who took the time this long to watch me, listen to me. And I hope to bring more information to you, but only through your support. So continue to support me. Look in the description box if you like to take, give some donations and contributions. Appreciate the love. And I'm out. One love.